Lake Elberta isn't really a lake. It's one of Tallahassee's many stormwater retention ponds. It's located on the west side of the city, close to Florida State Football Stadium. Even though it isn't what I would call a lake, I do believe that it's one of the best birding hotspots in North Florida. Remarkably, this small urban oasis has attracted 215 species over the last 20 years, including a first and third record for the state. Lake Elberta is surrounded by urban development in an area of the city that has very little green space and open water. On the east side of the lake, a narrow belt of trees and brush extends north to hundreds of old-growth trees and bird-friendly landscaping on Florida State University's campus, and extends south to the wooded neighborhoods that ultimately end where the northern boundary of Apalachicola National Forest begins. This narrow belt of habitat attracts a wide variety of songbirds. The lake itself plays host to a typical list of resident migratory species, such as double-crested cormorant, wood duck, pied-billed grebe, and killdeer. In winter, small numbers of Wilson snipe are present, and there are usually a few least sandpipers hanging out, especially when water levels are low and exposed patches of mud exist. These patches of mud attracted one of the rarest birds the city has ever hosted. At the tail end of 2022, a couple of sharp-eyed locals spotted Florida's third white wagtail, a vagrant from Siberia. It's a bird I'm very familiar with from back home, but it was very exciting for me nonetheless, especially as it was the 400th species I'd seen in Florida. The other major rarity the lake has played host to was Florida's first redneck grebe. During my last visit, an adult bald eagle swooped in and made a couple of half-hearted passes over a small group of roosting cormorants. I was able to get pretty close to where it eventually perched. At one point it looked up and started to call. Another eagle was soaring high above the lake. Lake Elberta is a great place to see and photograph a nice variety of birds. It's not as pretty a place as some of the other birding hotspots I go to, but the local Audubon chapter has done a great job improving the habitat around the lake. A purple martinpole with gourds has been installed, and an artificial chimney swift colony was added. Let me know in the comments if you have visited Lake Elberta, or if you're thinking of heading there and have questions. Please give my video a like, and if you're new to my channel, I'd be grateful if you would hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Thanks for watching.